The theme of our meditation this morning is a day at the beach. And if you're from where I'm from, it's a hot and humid 90 something degree day. So it's a perfect day to be meditating and having the theme a day at the beach. So, for those of you who live in the United States, we just celebrated the 4th of July this past weekend. And so we're in full swing of summer here, right? The days are long, the temperatures are hot, and many of us are participating in outdoor activities. And for many, a favorite place to visit or to venture to in the summer is the beach. So the beach has these soft, warm sands, a cool, endless ocean, and the bright sunshine. And this truly makes the beach a magical place to be. While we're at the beach, we can admire the glistening sea, right? The sun reflecting off the water and creating a sparkling sea of diamonds. And we can enjoy our skin being kissed by the fresh, salty sea air, right? That cool kiss and caress that the sea air has on the skin. And then we can be settled by the rhythmic sounds of the waves, right? As the waves crash onto the shore and recede back into the ocean. And often while we're sitting on the beach, right, resting and relaxing in nature, we're able to find this sense of internal stillness. And then among this stillness, we're sometimes able to tap into our own internal wisdom, this inner knowing that resides within each and every one of us. We all have this inner knowing, this inner wisdom within us all. And it is here that we can connect with ourselves and gain important insights. And so it's therefore extremely important to take the time to slow down, to rest and relax, to find some inner stillness so that we can reconnect with our authentic selves. Right? It helps us to better understand our deepest wishes, needs, and desires so that we can live our most meaningful, authentic lives possible, so that we can move through the world with our best foot forward as our genuine selves. And so, with that, I'd like to move us into our formal meditation practice this morning. So, taking a moment to find a comfortable seat, whatever that might mean for you this morning. Maybe taking a few stretches if that feels right? Moving the body in any way that feels good this morning. And then just inviting a softening of the gaze or a closing of the eyes. Maybe noticing the feet making contact with the floor, sensing into this contact, noticing the earth beneath the feet. And likewise, now noticing the sits bones resting on the seat, sensing into this contact, maybe feeling supported or held by the seat in some way. And then, if it feels right, perhaps finding a little extra length in the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Maybe lifting the shoulders up and back and down behind you, opening up the chest and the heart space. Maybe inviting a softening of the forehead, a slackening of the jaw. And as you rest here in this meditative posture this morning, perhaps you become aware of the fact that the body is breathing. No need to do anything, the body just breathes itself. And just gently resting the awareness on the breath in the body. So staying with the natural breath cycle as best you can. Riding the waves of the breath. Just as the waves crash onto the shore and recede, the breath ebbs and flows. The breath has its own rhythmic pace. Just staying with the breath as it enters and exits the body. Just continuing to follow this life-sustaining force, the breath. Just following each breath, breath by breath, and moment by moment. And now imagining yourself on the most beautiful beach that you've ever seen, been to, or can imagine. A beach with golden sands, a vast, endless ocean, and fresh sea air. So just calling to mind the most beautiful beach that you've ever seen, been to, or can imagine. And now taking a moment to look around at your beach. Really take in all of the details. What's your beach like? Just observing the beach in your mind's eye. And now maybe noticing the warm, silky sands under the soles of your feet. If it's possible, maybe sensing into the warm, silky sands between your toes. Noticing the softness of the sand, the way the sand molds to the shape of your feet, creating support, meeting you where you are. Maybe sensing into the fresh sea air, the warm, thick, and salty air that caresses your skin with the subtle, gentle breeze. Maybe feeling the sea air kiss your skin. And maybe smelling the salt in the air as the breeze gently moves over you. And now taking in the sights, the gorgeous blue-green color of the ocean. Maybe noticing how the ocean looks everlasting, no end in sight. Maybe noticing how the water glistens as the sunlight hits it. This sea of sparkling diamonds, magnificent to the eyes. And now maybe noticing the creatures, the animals around you. So maybe there's tropical fish, colorful and beautiful, swimming in the water. Maybe you notice crabs, dolphins far out in the sea. Maybe you notice the gulls overhead. Just taking in the animal life that surrounds you as you're here at the beach before the ocean. And now maybe noticing the vibrant colors of umbrellas, different patterns. These umbrellas providing shelter and shade. And now perhaps tuning into the sounds of the sea, the rhythmic rocking that the ocean makes as the waves crash into the shore and recede. This ebb and flow, this steady rhythmic sound. So just seeing if it's possible to tune into the sounds of the ocean before you. Constant, soothing perhaps, rhythmic in nature. And maybe noticing the sounds of the birds up overhead, the flapping of their wings, their cries. And now walking up to where the sand meets the water. And just taking a moment to pause at the edge of the ocean. Maybe the water washes over your feet, cool to the touch. And now beginning to walk along the edge of the ocean. The warm sand molding to your feet as you walk along the shore. And as you continue to walk, you notice a little hut up ahead. And something about it catches your eye. Something about it piques your interest. And so you decide to walk toward it, to make your way to this hut. And as you get closer, you see a sign on the door. And the sign reads welcome. And so you decide to make your way inside. And to your surprise, there's an older woman sitting in a chair with a warm and welcoming smile. She looks almost as if she's expecting you, like she's been waiting for you to join her. And she invites you to take a seat. And so you graciously sit in a seat directly across from her. And without saying anything, she places a gift in your hands. And so take a moment to look down at this gift. Really take it in. And you know that this gift has such important meaning. There's a deep significance behind it. This gift offers an important message, something that you've been needing to hear. And just sitting with this message for a moment, really reflecting on this message and allowing it to touch your heart. And now maybe recognizing that this gift that was given actually came from you. It came from your own internal wisdom, your own internal knowing. Maybe with this recognition, noticing how this feels, noticing what it's like to have these insights from within. And now gently resting the awareness back on the natural rhythm of the breath in the body. So coming home to the breath in the body once again. Gently resting the awareness here. Just continuing to follow the breath cycle. Breath by breath and moment by moment. The Beach by Lisa van der Weylin. The warmth of the sun, the soft white sand, the salt in your hair, sun-kissed and tanned. The ripples of water as waves crash to the shore, then pull away again for another encore. The rhythm of the ocean, the musical notes of sand and water, seashells and sailboats, aqua blue colors, the smell of sea air. The calming of the beach helps the soul to repair. And in a moment, I will be ringing the bell to conclude our formal practice period together. And as I do, just seeing if it's possible to allow the sound to enter your ears, to allow the sound to be a part of your meditation practice. And when you're ready, beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bring some small movements back into the body. Maybe taking a nice stretch, just as we did in the beginning before we sat together and practice. And if the eyes have been closed, just allowing them to gently open.